Hello everyone, I'm your host Daren Jaime, and today is Wednesday, June the 7th. Of course, you're watching Open, a live interactive program bringing the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. We want to encourage you to stay connected to us, and you can find out more about us at Twitter at BronxNet TV and Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Well, kicking things off, New York City public school gyms will be getting into shape. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced the city will invest $385 million into making sure that all public schools have gymnasiums. According to a 2015 audit by New York City Comptroller Scott Stringer, 435 city schools did not have a dedicated space for physical education. And by law, schools must provide 2 hours of physical education each week for elementary students and 90 minutes for junior high school and high school students. The mayor says 200 city school gymnasiums citywide are currently in need of an upgrade. In other news, Mayor de Blasio also says, quote, kids need phys ed for their bodies, but they also need it for their minds. They need it for the ability to be calm, to focus, and to learn. And that's coming from the mayor. Well, as part of Bronx Pride Month, Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. announced that his office will conduct a LGBTQ needs assessment survey right here in our borough. Now, the survey is going to help acquire more detailed information about the borough's LGBTQ residents and how they can provide the community with better government, cultural, medical, and other services, says the borough president. Now, Mayor Bill de Blasio has also signed an executive order committing New York City to the goals of the Paris Climate Agreement. Despite President Trump pulling out of the U.S. of the agreement, the executive order upholds and adopts the principle of the agreement, such as reducing greenhouse emissions by 80% by the year 2050, as well as keeping a global temperature increase below 1.5 degrees Celsius. The order will direct city agencies to work with the mayor and the Office of Sustainability to create a plan by September 30th, reducing their own greenhouse gas emissions. Also, New York City will also work with some other U.S. states as well as cities to meet commitments that are set in the agreement. Well, the Department of Education released its plan to increase and improve diversity in schools. The plan is to cut down economic segregation in schools by 10% over the next 5 years. The city also wants to increase the number of students racially represented by schools by 50,000. Now, in order for this to successfully happen, the Department of Education will reform the admission, among other things. Authors, publishers, creators, and celebrities, well, in the other news, I should say, authors, publishers, creators, and other celebrities gathered together for a celebration of books at the annual BookCon. And our reporter, Marvad Batista, has the story.
ReadPop presents BookCon at the Jacob Javits Center, New York City's signature convention where pop culture and the art of storytelling collide, while giving fans opportunities to interact with publishers, authors, and literary icons. Participants of all ages bookmarked their calendar for the two-day convention, providing the importance of reading as well as giving fans a sneak peek at which books will be hitting the shelf soon.
Call it an optimistic disaster novel. It's a novel about the crisis that we're in and that will come, but it's a novel about people dealing with it gracefully and with the inability of rich people to believe that everybody else is just kind of getting on with it instead of eating each other.
Well, it's the basic idea of here's this galaxy-spanning empire, and it uses a natural feature of the universe called the flow to get around. And you can think of the flow like a little bit like a river going faster than the speed of light. So spaceships go into the flow, spaceships go out of the flow. And what happens when this natural feature of the universe, which everybody takes for granted is always going to be there, suddenly goes away? So we start the book right as that collapse is about to happen, and we follow as various people try to deal with the fact that civilization is maybe coming to an end.
Well, my book is about pirates fighting robots about 150 years in the future, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. So One of the characters is a pharmaceutical pirate, and she's living in a world where drug companies have made their drugs so expensive that poor people can't afford to get regular health care and they're dying.
Candlewick Press creates positive messages with both in authors and readers while holding on to the importance of a children's book.
The reason why we think literacy is so important is because we want to create lifelong readers. Reading is this amazing skill, and it takes you to all these worlds that you might not necessarily get to go to. They expand your imagination. Just one book can take you to all these places that you might not ever get to see in your entire life. We just find that to be so incredibly important.
Celebrating its 98th birthday, Scholastic enters the classroom on a global level, understanding that literacy is the key to learning and achievement while standing by their belief that all children can learn.
Scholastic is 98 years old this year, which is incredible, coming up on our 100th anniversary. I mean, our connection to schools is unparalleled. We host thousands of book fairs, throughout the United States and globally. It's amazing. The energy is like electric, that kids are here to get excited about books. It's like, it just feels amazing.
One of Scholastic's biggest sellers is Adventures of Captain Underpants, the story of two boys and a superhero that began many years ago in the imagination of a second-grade boy.
Actually, my teacher inspired me when I was in second grade. We were sitting in class one day and she said the word underwear and everyone started laughing, and so that was the beginning of Captain Underpants. I think that's the whole idea behind Captain Underpants, is to try to make reading fun for kids, to show them that reading doesn't have to be too serious all the time, it doesn't have to be punishment. You can actually have a good time with the book, and that's the whole idea.
The 2017 BookCon provides a chance to turn a new page in literacy, while providing an opportunity to explore the joys of reading to the newest generation. Reporting for BronxNet, this is Mariby Batista.
And thank you, Mari. We'll take a quick break and bring you the latest in politics.